Contentions of the petition is that such pre-election promises which have a large-scale impact on the economy of the state cannot be permitted. The petition submits that such pre-election promises are being made by political parties without any assessment of the financial implication on the performance of the said party or candidate at the end of the legislative terms during the next round of the elections. It is also necessary to highlight herein the point raised by some of the interveners that all promises cannot be equated with freebies as they are related to welfare schemes or for the public good. Not only are these issues a part of the directive principles of the state policy, but are also responsibility of the welfare state. At the same time, the worry raised by the petitioners herein that under the guise of electoral promises, physical responsibility is being dispensed with must also be considered. This court generally states its hand when confronted with issues relating to policy or physical matters concerning the state, as the same falls outside the ambit of the court's jurisdiction. Initially, with the objective of initiating a discussion about the issues highlighted, we are of the opinion that it might be appropriate to constitute an expert body to prepare a report or white paper which could suggest a way forward. To this end, we ordered on dated 3/8/2022, we sought for suggestions from the parties before us regarding the possible composition of such a body. Additionally, during the course of the last hearing, we had suggested the Union of India that all party meeting can be called to consider this issue. Ultimately, it appears us that the issues raised by the parties require an extensive hearing before any consent orders can be passed. Certain preliminary issues that may be need to be deliberated upon and decided in the present set of petitions as follows. What is the scope of judicial intervention with respect to the release sought in the present batch of petitions? Whether any enforceable order can be passed by this court in these petitions? Whether the appointment of commission expert body by the court would serve any purpose in this matter? Additionally, there should be the scope and composition and powers of the said body. Apart from the above preliminary questions, many of the parties before us also submitted a judgment of this court in Subramania Balaji requires reconsideration. Subramania Balaji, this court was called upon to determine whether the pre-election promises amount to corrupt practices on Section 123 of the Representation of the People's Act. The court in that case held that such promises do not fall within the ambit of corrupt practices as specified under Section 123 of the Representation of the People's Act, and issued direction to the Election Commission of India regarding framing of certain guidelines in the absence of any legislative enactment covering the field. Looking at the complexity of the issues involved and the prayer to overrule the judgment rendered by two-judge bench of this court, Subramania Balaji, we direct listing of the set of the petition before the three-judge bench after obtaining the order from the Honorable Chief Justice. List of the
after 2 weeks, subject to my Lord's leisure.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Grateful to you, Lord.
Very grateful, Lord.
Thank you, Mr. Ashwini Kumar, bringing the issues in forefront.
We will miss you, Lord.
Ashwini Kumar, P. ML Sharma. Sharma is not there.
1504. 1504.
Yes. For the aforesaid reasons, we concur with the findings returned at the